Designed with the driver in mind, the all-new Mazda CX-90 is the perfect blend of high-performance appearance and world-class refinement. Right now, get 0.9% financing on the all-new CX-90 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer. Team Mazda, a member of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning.
Boom.
Happy Monday, everybody.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. Sun's a little bit further up than we're used to in recent months. It's getting going, huh?
Yes, it is.
I guess so.
Daylight saving time brings us sunrise a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Now, where we're actually going to talk about possibly some science behind some headaches associated with this time change. We're going to get into that in just a couple of minutes.
So, with all that, I need to figure out the forecast. No one better than Dr. Steve Caparotto. We have some fog in some spots out there. It's not, I mean, it's not everywhere, but you were saying what? Gonzales, Ascension Parish part of the world, that's where it's kind of heavy?
Yeah, it's been especially dense just south of Baton Rouge, especially in Ascension Parish this morning. Let's update you with live visibilities right now. Still near zero in Gonzales at this hour. We're at a half mile in Homa, near zero visibility in Galliano, Patterson at 1 mile. But Baton Rouge northward, most spots doing okay. And then if you're headed west on 190 towards Opelousas, you might hit the fog as well. Opelousas checking in at a 1/4 mile. But again, live look over downtown Baton Rouge. You can see no real issues here. It's our Sky 9 camera brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. Comfortably cool and pretty much where we should be in early November. Temperatures right now upper 40s to low 50s for most. Macomb, New Roads 49, Baton Rouge 52, Gonzales checking in at 53 degrees. And so while you might walk out with a sweater or jacket this morning, not going to need it very long. We're around 80 by noon, highs low to mid 80s. The only real change in our weather today compared to the weekend, a little more cloud cover expected, but no rainfall once again on this Monday. However, giving you a heads up, a first alert to the potential of some rain moving in late this week. So let's jump ahead to Thursday evening now in the European model, tracking a cold front up to our northwest. Notice how a lot of the rain's actually on the back side of the front. So as the front drops our way, by Friday morning, there could be a shower or two around, but during the day Friday, the front will be moving slowly southward through the area. So with that, you see how the European shows a decent coverage of rain. Now, I'm not expecting a whole lot of thunderstorm activity, no severe weather, but we'll take whatever we can squeeze out in terms of rain. The front will continue southward, and the question is, where will it kind of put on the brakes? It may make it into the Gulf and then stall out. Probably going to kind of hang nearby, and with that, at least some clouds around into the weekend. Might even be a shower or two lingering into the weekend as well. In terms of rain amounts, still not looking anything terribly heavy. But really, this is about as much rain as we've seen on the board in a while. The Weather Prediction Center saying on average a 1/4 inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that we get a decent rain event in here coming up on Friday. Not gonna bust the drought, but we certainly need anything we can get. In the interim, today through Thursday, warm, mainly dry. We're also going to be keeping an eye out for morning fog the next few days. By the time we get to Friday, that decent chance of rain and also trending cooler. Highs low to mid 70s from Friday right on into the weekend and on into next week. We'll continue with highs in the low to mid 70s, which is right around normal, and maybe some lingering clouds and a few showers as well. Time now 7:06. Let's get an update on your Monday morning drive. I know, Johnny, you've been showing some of the shots in Ascension. Still seeing the fog down there?
Unfortunately, it's not getting much better. It is definitely affecting drives on Airline Highway in and through Ascension toward Prairieville and on I-10 in and through Ascension Parish. Don't have my fog tracker on right here. We haven't seen a lot of fog in Livingston Parish. We have seen some traffic backups, so we're starting to back up right here before Juban Crossing. Here's Pete's Highway Range, 4-H Club into the East Baton Rouge Parish right past the Amite River Bridge. Then traffic thins out a little bit as you make your way toward the 1012. Had a little problem on I-10 eastbound a few minutes ago. A vehicle was, driver was changing a tire. MAP vehicle was assisting. They just this second pulled off. Still see a little bit of a backup behind that on I-10 eastbound as you make your way out toward Bluebonnet. And right now, here's past the 1012 to downtown. Drive times are starting to come in, and they're looking pretty good from Gonzales, about 15. Denham's bumped up from about 19, 20 minutes with average speeds below 40 and 35 miles per hour in some stretches of I-12. 7:07, Matt laughs at me when I call it a capsule format. Capsule, adjective, brief, very short. So there you go. That's what we do for you at 7 o'clock every morning. We highlight some of the bigger stories that we covered in 9 News this morning, and we give it to you from Studio B with Matt and Liz.
We make fun of it, but it is accurate.
It
A
is,
capsule
it's very
format.
accurate.
We try to make it quick for the folks who may have missed the big show.
It's the best part about it is he does it every time, and it's not brief at all. And then, so that's part of the joke. But Johnny, you're absolutely right. So let's get into it here. We are talking about daylight saving time, and for those playing the home game, yes, there is no S on the back of it. It's not savings, it's saving. But that ain't just the only headache, right? That you may be dealing with. Actual headaches, depending on the hour that you gained or lost with springing forward, it's a real thing.
And it is depending on when you go to sleep, right? Because everyone has different schedules. Shift workers, it's different too. But sometimes that hour can really throw people off because they're not on a regular schedule. Now, if you are regimented and you have a set time you go to sleep and you set time you stay awake, sometimes that 1 hour can make a difference. Sometimes those lasting impacts can cause headaches well into 6 weeks or even 8 weeks for you to get fully adjusted.
What?
I know. 2 months into it, Callie Hubbard actually spoke with a doctor from Baton Rouge General to talk about how this really impacts the psyche and you adjusting back to your regular day-to-day.
Cluster headaches, we call them, right? So it just kind of all of a sudden there they are, and what do you attribute them to? And so then you have that to worry about, and then maybe you're getting into more because of this more seasonal blues, that kind of thing. So look, man, take all that stuff seriously. Pay attention to your body. You know what's a little bit awkward and what isn't. But that is very real. If you want to read up a little bit more on Callie's story, hear from that doctor, she's got it waiting for you right there at the website and, of course, the 9 News app. Hey, speaking of both those places, you can find the very latest on early voting. It is back at it for the November 18th election.
In about an hour and a half, polls will open. Early voting locations, they'll open here, and they're going to stay open until about 6 o'clock in the evening. You've got every day until this Saturday to cast your ballot, except for Friday. Now, Veterans Day is actually on Saturday, November 11th every year, but this year it's observed on a Friday, and so that's why early voting locations will not be open then. But you've got multiple opportunities here well ahead of the November 18th election day to go ahead and take advantage of it so you don't have to wait on election day.
Why wait? Just get her done, right? And so our digital team has actually put this together for you, as you just saw. All the locations, all the parishes and viewing area, exactly where you need to be for early voting. Get out there and get it done. Don't even have to wait till the 18th. Because there are a lot of things that you want to, I want to make sure I get this done. There's a bunch of, you got some statewide runoffs, right, that the whole state's going to be voting on. Some local issues that you're going to be kind of still trying to tackle. And oh, by the way, 4 more constitutional amendments.
I know you're thinking, I already voted on 4. These are 4 new amendments, some of them dealing with property exemption taxes, especially for maybe first responders like police, EMS, and fire. So Miranda Thomas did a story on the 4 new amendments that you need to research. Go ahead and take a look at it today and make sure you study that to make sure you know what you're voting on. You can fill out that sample ballot and take it into the polls before you make your way to those early voting locations. She's got you covered here, so make sure you do that rundown of the story. Be prepared before you walk into the booth.
Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. So speaking of that, one of the things you will be if you get in there voting on the Attorney General runoff race. 2 people left, obviously it is a runoff. One of them actually stepping up to the podium today at the press club. The other one, a scheduling conflict.
Yes, the one who will be there today is actually the Democratic candidate there, Lindsay Cheek. She's an attorney from the New Orleans area. Now, the Press Club of Baton Rouge tells us the other candidate, Republican Liz Murrell, she's actually the Solicitor General. She can't attend today because of a scheduling conflict. So, for those who attend today, members of the media can ask questions at the Press Club of Baton Rouge. But if you're interested, this might be a good opportunity to hear what Lindsay Cheek thinks would be the best direction for the Attorney General's office. She's set to speak around 12:15 today.
A great way to find out a little bit more, and then still plenty of time to be a part of the early voting as well. So what a good opportunity out there. I want to let you know about this as well. You may have seen this. Baton Rouge Fire Department putting out over the weekend, Sunday in fact, letting everybody know the passing of one of their own.
He's actually been with the fire department since the 90s, the late 90s here. Captain William C.J. Sanders here. He actually passed away over the weekend of a cancer presumed to be because of his line of work as a firefighter. Now, the fire department in mourning this morning, and they're still trying to figure out what are going to be the funeral arrangements, communicating with his family as they make that path forward. So keep them in your thoughts here as they kind of plan for this awful event this week.
Just 54 years old.
Yeah, that's young. 54. That's young.
All right, we'll keep you in the know. Want to let you know about this as well. Officials celebrating the start of renovations of the East Baton Rouge Parish Library, the Scotlandville branch.
You are getting a facelift, a major $11 million renovation. Groundbreaking is happening today. That's it. Smiles, opportunities. We all know how important the library system is for children, especially when we talk about this advancing world of technology. So today you're invited to come out to see what the future of the Scotlandville branch is going to look like. It's happening at 7373 Scenic Highway there. 1 o'clock today. Make your way out.
So speaking of education and all the good stuff, parents, staff, students, all encouraged to be a part of the Listen and Learn Tour. Obviously, this is dealing with the East Baton Rouge public school system. It's all about making sure that parents and anybody in the district can actually talk with other community members and those kind of running the schools.
Remember how early on in the year we talked about transportation issues? How has that been for you this semester? Well, if you're still having problems, or maybe you're talking about some improvements that you've appreciated, all of that is supposed to come up tonight. This is a forum for you parents to weigh in on that, to let people know, not only people in our community, but school leaders know what your biggest gripe is, what's been working, what you think is great. Tonight, that's happening there. It's the fourth in the series of Talk and Learn. It's happening at Glasgow Middle School, 5:30 to 7 tonight. Make your way out and weigh in on these conversations.
All that's going on. So's this. The champs are back. Look, guys, it is huge tip-off tonight. You got LSU women's basketball, LSU men's basketball, Southern men's basketball, Southern women's basketball. Everybody on the court tonight, including, yes, the champs. Here we go. Huh?
Basketball season created for college kids. It's going to be a big deal. Reigning champs are back on the court. Johnny, you excited?
I am excited. Could this be year number 2 in a row, maybe, for the team? I mean, they still have all their power players, right?
I know. No, look, and they've added some great talent, including Haley Lith. But what was? I mean, Kim's your good friend, Coach
Kim Mulkey.
Yes,
she lets me look at her jackets, but I'm not allowed to touch them yet. I've asked her to wear 1 or 2 on TV.
Very close.
That may be coming, but right now she won't even let me touch them.
I think you can pull that off. I think you can make that happen. You look good in those.
I'm going to call Kramer.
Some good
Kramer
stuff.
and I are just,
Oh, are you?
So Kramer.
That's the true friendship. That's where it started.
He stole his glove one day off the bus.
No, he forgot his glove on the bus.
Is that the story?
No, he stole it.
Oh, he still has it to this day?
He does. I think he does.
Wow. Is it in a case?
Thief.
Yeah.
We're going to start a rumor.
Hey, I don't have anything of Kramer
We're going
Roberts.
to go check the corner here in a few minutes.
Dear heavens.
Yeah, sitting there in the traffic corner somewhere over there. We'll look for it. In the meantime, we'll see you on the main waves in 10 minutes. Have a great day.
The winning play is the Buy Here, Sell Here event at the Team Automotive Group. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here and you'll be the winner at every location of the Team Automotive Group.